All right, sad food. We're gonna do your problems first. Problems for you. So find the present value of $10,000 if interest is paid at 10% compounded semi-annually, twice a year, for 2 years. Round to the nearest cent. So this is basically a formula that you need to know. Do I remember the formula? It goes P times 1 plus R over N, because it's 10% per year, yeah, raised to the N T. That's the formula. I just remember that. That's pretty good. So what does everything mean here? You've got your principal, which is just your starting amount. So that's going to be our $10,000 in this case. We've got our annual rate, and see we're dividing it by N, which is the number of times compounded per year, which in this case is 2 because it's semi-annually. So see how we have to divide it in this case by 2, because if it's 10% per year, that means it's like 5% each time it compounds, right? Because it compounds twice per year. And then, of course, T is time. So we're just going to plug that into the formula. Whoops. We're going to go 10,000 times 1 plus the rate. And then, of course, remember, whenever you use a percent in an equation, you have to put it as a decimal. So 10% as a decimal is 0.1. So 0.1 divided by 2 raised to the 2 times number of years, which is also 2. And then you just put that in the calculator. This is the NumWorks calculator. It's a very good one. It's also very good as an app. The app is exactly the same as the calculator. Highly recommended. Raised to the 4th. And then that's the answer. And you just got to round it. It's like to the nearest cent, you'd round down 0.06. And that's all it is. So when you know the formula, it shouldn't be too bad. So I imagine a lot of these questions will be very similar. So yeah, the next one, we'll just use the exact same formula. Let's change colors. We'll go find the present value of $10,000 if interest is paid at a rate of 5% per year. 1 plus 0.05 compounded weekly. So how many times per year? There's 52 weeks in a year for 5 years. So raised to the 52 times 5. And see how we have to raise it to like the number of times we compound per year times the number of years? Because every single time you compound, you're trying to multiply by that number. And so, of course, like the number you're multiplying by is very close to 1. But since you're multiplying by it so many times, it actually does make a sizable difference. Every single week, you're not getting very much more money. But you're doing it so many times, it really does matter. I mean, raised to the 5 times 52, so you're multiplying by that number 260 times, then it matters. You end up with 12,838.71. Yeah. Oh, you can't really see the results up there. That would be a good reason to put this down here. Okay. So then what's the next problem? Find the annual percentage yield, okay, for an investment that earns 9% per year compounded monthly. So let's see. I bet, round up to the next cent. Hold on. Let's make sure we're being accurate here with our answers. Round up to the next cent. So we're not rounding. Round up to the next cent. Okay. That should have been a 7. All right. So then we're going to try to use the same formula here. So R is the annual percentage yield. Ooh, so what are we going to do? It earns 9% per year. Oh, wait, is that not the annual percentage yield? Find the annual percentage yield for an investment that earns 9% per year compounded monthly. Oh, okay. So we want to see... Got it. So it's 9% per year, but compounded monthly. So that means that in an actual year, we're going to end up making more than that. That's the idea. So what I would think about here is think about starting with $1. So our principal is just 1. And so see how that works out nicely, because then 1 times whatever, it's like that doesn't even matter. And so then we'll try to use the same formula. We'll go 1 plus 0.09 over number of times compounded monthly. raised to the compounded monthly, so 12. I've been doing that a lot lately, writing the ones digit first. 12 times 1 year. Well, think about it just for 1 year, right? Because we want to see it's 9% annually. But since we're doing that every month, it ends up being more. And so we just want to see what it's going to make in 1 year. And so I think we just need to go, what does that $1 turn into? So what is 1 plus 0.09 divided by 12? And then all of that raised to the 12? You end up with 1.0938. Does it say to round up? No, just round to 2 decimal places. Okay, so if we're turning $1 into $1.09 plus the extra 3/8 cents, that's what really matters here. So that's like what we're actually doing here. If we just consider this compounding once, we're multiplying by 1 plus 0.0938, right? So this right here is the actual percentage that we're getting, 9.38%. And so the reason it's more is because you're compounded monthly. You're doing that 9% multiple times. Oh, hey, Rose. Find the annual percentage yield for an investment that earns 9.5% per year compounded quarterly. So you're just going to do the exact same thing. So we're going to have 1 times 1 plus 9.5%, so 0.095, compounded quarterly, so 4 times per year. And then raised to the 4. And then we'll get 1 point something, and then we just got to take off the 1. 1 plus 0.095. Oh. What am I doing? Come on. So let's do open parentheses. 1 plus 0.095 divided by 4 raised to the 4. And so you end up with 1.0984, which means the percentage is 9.84%. So yeah, the gist of all of that, of course, is this formula right here. This is the main formula that you need to know, and that should get you through all those problems.